Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Mad Church Disease Podcast. I'm your humble host and servant, Marcellus McMillan. The TD Jakes lawsuit has taken another interesting turn. It seems that Tyrone Blackburn is at his old tricks again, ladies and gentlemen. Now, if you've been following the Dwayne Youngblood and TD Jakes lawsuit saga, this is going to be another interesting read for us. We only have a couple of pages that we're going to read, actually about 2, maybe 3 pages, not very many pages. I believe it's actually 1 page. It's not even enough to have to be on here for a very long time. So I promise you I'm not going to keep you for a very long time tonight. But you need to, of course, be kept up to date on what's going on. And I definitely wanted to keep you guys all up to date on what's happening. Please make sure that you guys do hit the like button. And please make sure that if you're watching the replay, that you do click the share button as well and share out this broadcast to keep other individuals updated on the TD Jakes lawsuit. Shout out to all of you that are in the chat right now. Shout out to Tara. Shout out to Lynn Pearson. Shout out to Rejoice Wellness Care, the Disciples League. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you to Lewis Franklin. Thank you to G Stewart. Thank you guys, all of you guys who have come in here early. Shout out to all of the people that are in the bushes. I appreciate all of you guys watching as well. If you would do me the awesome favor of hitting the like button. I'm going to go through my announcements really briefly. I have put out a couple of new videos on the channel. If you have not yet seen the video that we did on Hank Kuhneman and the $400,000 request that he's asking for his congregation, you'll definitely want to take a look at that video. But you'll also want to watch the video that we just released about an hour ago where Perry Stone actually referred to Christian vloggers, people like me, probably people like some of you, as pythons. You won't believe the text of scripture that he came from to prove his point, but I give you some really good commentary on that. So you definitely want to make sure that you take a look at that. If this is the first time that you're watching our program, this is not a church show. This is a show about church. This is a show that is dedicated to our forgotten brothers and sisters who stepped out of the safe bounds of institutional Christianity to tell the truth. And so we're going to do no different than we have always done in this particular show and broadcast, is we are going to tell the truth. All right. So let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, if you would like to keep up with the Mad Church Disease channel, please feel free to subscribe to my newsletter. The newsletter will be, there's a link for it in the description for you below. Or if you're watching this, it's actually on our homepage. There's a digital learn deals link that you can click, as well as a link tube. So it sort of interchangeably goes between that. So you guys can definitely use that in order to be caught up to date. Now, I'm going to spend my time tomorrow updating all of our mailing list and making sure that everybody who's added their name to the list, everything gets done properly. So that's what I'm going to be spending my time doing that on tomorrow. Okay, just so that way you guys know that. Also, if you are a supporter of the Mad Church Disease channel and you would like to support the Mad Church Disease channel, that information is on the screen for you as well. Feel free to support the channel. I'm not going to put a number on it. All I'm going to simply tell you is, for all of you that are supporting the channel, please do so. Because it is critical. You guys know I don't really come on every single day anymore. And so it's really important that you guys be supporting the channel and reaching out with your levels of support of the channel. And I appreciate that. All right. So now, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the TD Jakes lawsuit and the Dwayne Youngblood TD Jakes, as well as Larry Reed, who is kind of mentioned in the other documents as being co-conspirator number 1. And so we're going to definitely talk about that information, and we're going to get involved with that. All right. So let's go ahead, ladies and gentlemen, and let's take a look at the updated filing that TD Jakes' attorneys just made in this case regarding Tyrone Blackburn. All right, ladies and gentlemen, when I look at Tyrone Blackburn, first of all, let me just say this. I think Tyrone Blackburn is the thorn that has been sent and put in my side to buffet me, because everything about this dude drives me insane. I have to tell you all this. For an attorney to do the things that this guy does you would think that he would use his brain and he would possibly do something else. If he, I look at it like this. If you would have been just hit with a $70,000 fine, you would think that you would stop doing what you was doing before in order to show the judge that you have changed and modified your behavior, that you had some level of repentance and you were trying to do things better within this TD Jakes lawsuit. And I have to be honest with you guys, I am astonished at this dude. I only have two things that I think is probably going to happen to Tyrone Blackburn. He's either going to be disbarred, in my opinion, or he is going to go to jail. Because at this point, this is seemingly, to me, and in my opinion, to be a blatant disregard for the law and for what the judge has already expressed to this guy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, on some paperwork that hit the system today, it looks as if TD Jakes' attorneys, Thomas Dexter Jakes versus Dwayne Youngblood, and the defendants, all the defendants, here's what it says. Counsel for the plaintiff, Thomas Dexter Jakes, writes to notify the court of recent developments bearing on its pending order to show cause. You guys know that TD Jakes' attorneys have gone after Tyrone Blackburn in order for him to pay TD Jakes' attorneys for all of the AI hallucinating foolishness that Tyrone Blackburn was submitting to the court. Well, ladies and gentlemen, he has done it again. And this is just incredible. I'm so speechless. I don't even know what to say. Now, when I first read the documents, I started laughing because, this is so laughable. You wouldn't think that he would be so stupid as to do this. But again, ladies and gentlemen, when you have a living room law firm, I guess that's what happens. Last week, in an unrelated case in the Southern District of New York. So let's follow the progression here. The people in Pennsylvania are now referring to the case that he has going on in New York. They are watching Tyrone Blackburn and his case filings like a hawk. Like a hawk. My God from Zion. You would think that the man would have better sense than to do this again, right? Let's keep reading. Tyrone Blackburn was again accused of submitting a motion to dismiss supported by AI hallucinations. Okay, stop laughing, Marcellus. I can't help it, y'all. I'm sorry. He has done it again. In the case regarding Fat Joe in New York, Tyrone Blackburn has submitted additional paperwork, according to TD Jakes' attorneys, in that lawsuit again, and has now been confronted again with those attorneys of submitting AI hallucinating paperwork to the court. Let's pay attention to this. Okay, the accusation centered on a memorandum that Blackburn filed on August the 11th after, for example, this court's order to show cause hearing. So this was after the judge's show cause hearing. Okay, pay attention. And after Blackburn purportedly took 11 continuing education classes regarding AI related issues. So, ladies and gentlemen, he can't come to the court saying, "Oh, Your Honor," y'all know how he was talking to the judge in that last court filing, right? "Oh, Your Honor, I'm going to change my behavior, Your Honor. I didn't mean to do it, Your Honor. I come from a long line of military background, Your Honor. And my family, we understand doing things in the proper way." This, you remember the line of bull he gave the judge? Ladies and gentlemen, according to TD Jakes' attorney, they done hit his behind again in the state of New York with using AI hallucinations. The filing that flagged the alleged hallucinations, and they give you examples, Exhibit A1, 10 through 13, and the memorandum containing Exhibit B are both attached to the court's reference. So what they have done in the TD Jakes' case is they have taken the court transcripts and the paperwork from the New York case, and they have now adjoined them to the case in Pennsylvania, so that the judge who is considering the sanctions on Tyrone Blackburn, they're now giving that to the judge in order to help the judge make their decision. Now, you all listen to me very carefully. Let me say it this way, excuse me. I don't know why the judge would not reverse their decision and hit him with all of the fees, because he, in my opinion, has been lying to this court. He lied to the court. He told the court that he was taking, first of all, he took them CE classes after the fact, right? He didn't take them before the fact. As a matter of fact, I believe he took the CE classes, like 2 days before he was supposed to show up to the show cause hearing. He actually took them 2 days before. So I don't even understand why in God's green earth they would show him some level of favor as it relates to that. That's just my opinion. I'm just saying. Okay. And so now he's been begging the court. Y'all remember he begged the court, Your Honor, don't give me no fee. Just let me have another round of continuing education. Why would the judge give him another round of continuing education when it don't seem like it's helping him at all? The continuing education is not helping him at all, because he's doing the same thing over and over again. Of course. Yeah. Took them all in one day, Moni. Took them all in one day. Shout out to all of you that are in the chat. God bless y'all. Hopefully y'all will hit the like button. I would really appreciate it. Working hard over here to bring you guys some new content, fresh content. That is the document that they filed. Now, ladies and gentlemen, they actually attached the case, the New York case, onto the Pennsylvania case. So it's now a part of the TD Jakes document, and they went ahead and stamped out the top file of this stuff here. Now, Joseph, this fella here, this is Fat Joe. This is Fat Joe. I will be referring to him as Fat Joe. Okay, just save myself some time. Just wanted to share with you a couple of things here. All of these things that he attached to bottom line it, because this is another 65 pages. But this is something else I wanted to mention to you. Y'all remember Tyrone Blackburn was supposed to pay these legal fees within 30 days. Y'all remember that? The only reason why Tyrone Blackburn has been filing all of these papers late and he's been doing all of this stuff is because he is trying to get away from paying these fees. Okay. And he again, in my opinion, misrepresented himself in front of the judge by telling the judge that he would no longer be using AI and that he would be double checking his homework and he would be correcting all of his homework. Well, that doesn't seem to be happening, because in the Fat Joe case, ladies and gentlemen, Fat Joe and his lawyers, Terrence Dixon and his lawyers, Tyrone Blackburn and T.A. Blackburn Law, PLLCs, collectively the Blackburn Law Living Room Law Firm, file Rule 12B, motion to dismiss the second amendment complaint, or should be denied for many reasons. Chief among them is that the defendants rely heavily on evidence outside the four corners of the complaint, including from a 36 paragraph declaration by the court should ignore, and have cited cases that simply do not exist. Now, this is what Fat Joe's attorney is saying. Tyrone is now in the case over there where Fat Joe is quoting law from cases that don't even exist again. The cases don't even exist. They don't even exist. And I want y'all to keep in mind the main thing. There was a $6 million request letter sent to Bishop T.D. Jakes, and these people asked Bishop T.D. Jakes to pay $6 million. Keep that in mind. And where there's some conspiracy going on, I am starting to really believe there's conspiracy. I kind of feel like they planned on throwing everything at this darn case and throwing this case off so that nobody would make a decision about this filing. Check this out, y'all. a 36 paragraph declaration that the court should ignore because he cited cases that don't even exist again and have miscited cases for propositions they simply do not stand for. In other words, y'all know what he was doing with the TD Jakes case and adding stuff to the case that did not exist. Well, according to TD Jakes, according to Fat Joe's attorneys in New York, he's doing the same thing over there as well. My God from Zion. There are at least 10 instances in the motion where defendants cite cases for an inopposite proposition or quote language found nowhere in the case. In other words, he's quoting things in the case that don't exist. Now, isn't this the same reason why TD Jakes' attorneys file for sanctions against Tyrone Blackburn in the first place? Well, according to this document, he is doing the exact same thing according to TD Jakes' attorneys and doing it all over again. As a matter of fact, according to them, I don't want to miss this. It says that says he relies heavily on evidence outside the four corners of the complaint. In other words, ladies and gentlemen, Tyrone Blackburn done went to the four corners of the earth. He done went to the north, south, east, and the damn west to try to get this, to add stuff to this Fat Joe case, just like he did in the TD Jakes case, which is utterly ridiculous. And I'm not going to read through all this shit because I don't want to have a headache. And y'all forgive me. I'm sorry. Because every time I start talking about Tyrone Blackburn or Dr. Scrotum Sniffer, I just get mad. Because you know what they're doing. They're full of the devil. They're full of the devil, and you know exactly what they're doing. But I want y'all to understand something. According to TD Jakes' attorneys, they have made it perfectly clear that Tyrone Blackburn is now doing the same thing all over again. Now, I told y'all I wasn't going to make the video too long because I just wanted y'all to make sure that y'all got the information and got an update on this situation, but I most certainly think that Tyrone Blackburn is going to be hit with some type of fine. And I really believe that the judge is not going to have any sympathy on him whatsoever. I think Tyrone Blackburn might end up getting the discount that was applied to his case over in Pennsylvania might end up getting reversed. Because I don't think he deserves to pay less. At this particular point, it looks like Tyrone Blackburn may need to pay more. What say you? What say you? If you're watching the replay, you can put that in the comment section. I personally think he needs to pay a lot more money. That's just me, ladies and gentlemen, because it doesn't make any sense. He's doing the exact same thing all over again. All over again. All over again. So TD Jakes' attorneys are watching what he's doing, and they themselves have reached out to the judge and supplied the judge with the documentation from the New York case saying that Tyrone Blackburn is using AI all over again. All over again. All over again. Now, I went ahead and dropped the link in case anybody has any questions or wanted to come up and ask me anything, but I wanted to give you guys the update of this particular situation. Tyrone Blackburn, TD Jakes' attorneys, have submitted documents regarding the Fat Joe case. And if you guys are interested in this information, of course, it's public information at this point. And if you guys read some of the things that Tyrone Blackburn said about Fat Joe, this is disgusting. But it just goes to show you what kind of person this man is, in my opinion. Okay. And you can read through it because it says that they literally have this case in here now as well, saying that he accused him of doing crimes that he didn't commit. And he even has text messages in here. You all at one particular point in time, let me see if I can scroll down here. They even have text messages to the case. Let me see if I can pull this up. Hold on, because this, everybody's having to refute all of this foolishness that Tyrone Blackburn is doing. Let me show y'all. Let me see if it's here. Because they have to mention all of the case law and go back over. Y'all know, because that's what TD Jakes' attorneys had to do the same thing, right? So let me go here. This man is a mess. He even tried to use a woman, by the way, who wasn't even licensed to practice law in the state, according to Fat Joe's attorneys. She was trying to practice in the state, allegedly, that she wasn't even licensed in. He was trying to go through another lady. I mean, it's just been a mess. This whole thing is a mess. But here are a set of text messages that Tyrone is using in this case. And they have it attached to the case as well. You see this? And I guess he reached out to somebody to tell him to F out of here with that. You know what? I've been waiting. I guarantee it won't be how you think it's going to go down. Ninja, please. How many times I watch you freeze? And then somebody says, Ninja, you will get dragged. And see, that's the whole purpose of ruining these people's reputation in the public, right? Because that's the whole idea for this kind of mess, is to ruin these people's reputation, because that's the whole idea. If you ask me, that's the whole deal here. And he just, all of these text messages going back and forth. You love your family, right? I mean, just trying to me, it's like a shakedown. Well, it ain't, to me, it ain't like a shakedown. It is a shakedown. I mean, what other kind of attorney would you call Tyrone Blackburn? You just submitting all this stuff and shaking all these people down. And that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. You just shaking people down for money. And it don't get any stupider than that to me, in my opinion. That's the update, ladies and gentlemen. I wanted Tyrone Blackburn is at his old tricks again. He's using AI to submit documents to the court. TD Jakes' attorneys have filed brand new documents showing the judge that he has done that. Document 68 is out. And as you can read on the screen what it says, they're notifying the court that he is doing it. I don't see the judge lifting up off of these fees and these sanctions for him. And I thought it was just the attorney's fees. And I guess the attorney's fees can be viewed as sanctions. So he's screwed. I don't see them getting up off of here for that. I really do not. I don't see it, you all. He's going to have to pay those fees because he's at it again. He's literally at it again. Y'all tell me what you think. Sound off in the comments. Let me know what you think. I dropped the link in case anybody wants to come up. I'm going to give you a few more seconds to expeditiously move you behind up here, because I am not going to stay up here all night, because y'all know I've been enjoying my peace and my quiet. I got a new video on Perry Stone that I just uploaded about an hour ago. I would appreciate it if you guys will go and take a look at that video. I would really appreciate it. Give that video some support. Christian vloggers are under attack. I did get word that pretty much Jives made it through his court case today without having to do anything or pay any more money than what he already had to pay. I think the judge had leniency on him, thank God. Because I just don't think it's a good thing when all of these vloggers are being sued and people get in their feelings and then they want to go after vloggers. It just makes no sense. Grow up. If and that's the same thing Perry Stone, where Perry Stone up there calling Christian vloggers pythons. I mean, give me a break. But yeah, y'all make sure y'all take a look at that. And I agree. I totally agree. Oh, y'all want me to talk about Charlie Kirk a little bit? I went ahead and talked about it in my private live. Y'all need to get a membership. If you don't have a membership to my channel, I went private to discuss that, because I'm so sick of arguing with people about Charlie Kirk. And as I've gotten older, I'm not arguing with anybody about racism. I'm not arguing with anybody about racism. We know racism when we hear it and when we see it. We don't need to be arguing with people about when somebody is racist or not. We know when people are racist, right? We don't need to argue that point. We know when people are racist. We know when people are doing racist things. We've been on the planet long enough to know. We've made it through a lot of stuff as Black people, and we've made it through a lot of trauma here in this country. We know what it is. So don't come over here with that foolishness. And this version of Americanized Christianity, I don't want no part of it. You talking about, oh, you're a white nationalist. Let me tell you something. When you see white nationalists, you may as well say Ku Klux Klan member to me. You may as well say racist. And when I hear the word Christian now in America, the immediate thing that I think is white nationalists. That's what I think. And you can argue with me all you want to, but I discussed it in about a 45-minute video. If you don't have a membership to the channel, please make sure you support the channel and grab you a membership. I promise you it will be definitely well worth you doing so. And if you have a membership, make sure you renew it. I'm going to definitely be doing my more lives like I did today. That was just spontaneous. You guys got to turn on your bell notifications too, by the way, or you're never going to know when I'm live, because I'm really sort of going live, you know, if I'm not too tired or, you know, so forth. And that's another reason why I tell you guys to please support the channel, because it helps me to go live more often. So you guys make sure that you support the Mad Church Disease channel. For those of you that would like to do so, that information is on the screen for you. I'm not going to give you guys any specific dollar amounts or all of that kind of stuff. Just support the channel if you'd like to support the channel. That's it. That's it. That's all. All right, moving right along. By the way, you guys know every now and then I used to do my late night chats. And so we're probably going to do some more late night chats coming up soon. So if you're on the East Coast, I'm sorry, unless you're at work late at night, you know, it's going to be really late on you guys on the East Coast time. But on my West Coast folks, you guys are going to be able to, we're going to be able to have some interesting conversations in the evening around 7, 8 o'clock. Like right before 9 o'clock and stuff like that. So y'all make sure y'all hit the like button and subscribe. So y'all make sure y'all do that. All right, guys. Well, I definitely want y'all to make sure that y'all stay up to date on the channel. Hit the like button. Sister Bia said, I guess I might have to set my alarm. Yeah, you know, that's always helpful. That's always helpful. Well, that's the updates on the TD Jakes lawsuit. Dwayne Youngblood's attorney Tyrone Blackburn is at it again. He's using his old tricks to file with AI. Allegedly, the Fat Joe attorneys and TD Jakes' attorneys are mentioning the new documents that have been filed against Tyrone Blackburn in the Fat Joe case. Oh God, this is a saga that just doesn't seem to be ending. Somebody asked me today, they said, well, when will we actually get to the case? I don't know. The way this man and the way these people are going, we ain't gonna never get down to the nitty gritty, and we ain't gonna never be able to go and get some extra discovery and go through some interrogatories and go through all that other stuff. They playing games with this case, ladies and gentlemen. But I really believe that Tyrone Blackburn, Dwayne Youngblood, and the co-conspirators knew all of that going in. They were going to flood the legal system with a bunch of drama, create a bunch of drama. Then everybody was going to start deleting videos and pretending like they didn't say nothing. And, oh, I'm working with the Jakes team and we're working together. Okay, if you say so. But all I'm going to tell you is I think it's a bunch of horse manure. And they're at it again, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks everyone for watching. Your support means the world to us. Please make sure that you hit the like button, and please make sure that you subscribe to the channel, and make sure you hit the bell icon, and make sure you press all notifications so that way you will never miss any of the exclusive content that comes on my channel. Make sure that you never miss a video. Now, I try to go live every day about 2:30 Pacific Standard Time, which is about 5:30 Eastern Standard Time, and then I come back at night at around 8:30 Pacific Standard Time, which is about 10:30 Eastern Standard, with some more exclusive content. So if you want more Mad Church Disease show content, we'd love for you to become a member, a revolutionary member of our channel. Please make sure that you hit the join button that's right next to the subscribe button or somewhere around here so that you guys can receive access to special community posts. You guys get all of the access to my community only lives, because we've got some sipping chats that we're going to be doing, and you guys will get exclusive content. So just make sure that you head on over to the channel page, click on the join button, and make sure that you do that. Thanks again for watching. I appreciate your love and support, and I'll see you on my very next video.
We are Mad Church Disease, helping you understand that Jesus plus nothing is everything. This is a show for everyone, believers and non-believers, from churched to the unchurched. Help us grow the channel by supporting our non-profit causes and create more consistent content. Donate by Cash App or PayPal, or buy us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com.